for this Gen.G squad here in 2025. Is Mako not aware of this lurk?
Oh, he was watching for it. Seemed like he did have somewhat of a read, but Munchkin just a little bit too snappy with the shot. Is able to go ahead and find that first kill. As right now the rest of DRX looking to push their way forward here in towards the site. Texture up top here at the drop. Not going to go sliding down, has the paint shell, just trying to go ahead and dissuade and interrupt the plant. Is able to do so. A smattering of damage going to be put there onto Estrella. Texture does get taken down. Saw shots from Bane. Go ahead, break down that race, but Munchkin just swinging out, able to find himself a second as Hyunmin will hit the floor. Ooh! Headshot coming across, but Foxy9 still able to stay alive on his feet. 2 players now left as Estrella tries to turn the tides of this fight, but it all falls down to Freeing. But look at the HP bars. Foxy, Ash, both no health to speak of as he's sticking it, and Freeing is wise too at a Red Bull clutch to kick things off.
That crazy ace he had with the Ghost at Masters Bangkok. He's very, very steady with those pistols. Haunt out early is going to get a spot on Hyunmin, maybe intentional there.
Quick reveal, but yeah, just put...
Aggressive move from Gen.G somewhere on the map. They finally kind of figured out that it might be B, so let's try C. We haven't seen anything over here.
Flash out. Foxy on the peak. Head gets taken off. Being just a bit snappier there. 3 players left alive here for the side of Gen.G, pivoting their way across towards the C site, but only just the 2 sheriffs behind to try to get some damage done. DRX looking for a flawless as paint shells up and over the top. Looks like maybe, once again, tiny amount of damage going to be found, but Ash now eliminated. See if anybody from Gen.G is going to be able to find anything. Texture does come away with 1. Bane there for the punish. And that's about the only death they can afford and the only one that they will suffer, so weapons can be carried forward.
Hand, although I say that, there is a judge for Munchkin, a guardian for Karan, so the money's still not quite where they would want it. Oh my
position, and Hyunmin able to find Texture. I mean, he's got that fault line at the ready. Looks like he's going to be sending it Karan's way. Is the drone going to be cleared out? Nope, never mind. Karan still out in the open, safe, and tapping heads. Comes away with 2. Munchkin at the same time able to find Mako on that linger outside of B. From a solid start into a collapse. Will be Gen.G rescuing the ramp.
That might be some conditioning. You know, we know Munchkin likes to lurk. We know he's going to want to get active on the map if possible. Change in spot for, oh my God.
Just the king of that.
Well, I was going to say, they have the vice wall there. No, you're never safe with Mako there.
Texture trying to scale forward and take some space, and he's able to go ahead and get rewarded finding 1. Hyunmin going to be taken down, but Karan traded at the same time, so 2 deaths here on this B site. Wall going to go up. Ash looking for a punish, but gets forced away here by the snake bite. Wraps back around. Foxy, though, solid shot. Puts Freeing on the floor, and now we go into a 3v3. It's DRX. Where do they try to get to here for the post plan is the question.
Oh, that's a nice kill for Ash. That really opens up some space.
Player advantage now here in their hands. Sees getting a connection here onto Estrella. He's being held in position, but for now is not at risk. Gen.G, despite the numbers advantage, still trying to play this out a little bit more patiently. Estrella now all of the weight on his shoulders. And Texture will swoop in to find the kill. Foxy's popping off, and Gen.G are tying things up at 2-2.
Yeah, just winning some nice contact duels around the map are Gen.G. Foxy with some huge ones. Texture took a little bit of a push forward there. Speaking of pushes forward.
He's got a showstopper, and he's going to send it. Hyunmin sprinting, turn to the flash, and multi-targets. As Texture able to go ahead and take them down. You should think that Hyunmin probably should have been saying, no, back away, run.
Has had going for it so far this half is that they've done a good job taking mountain control. They're going to be able to really utilize these ultimates. You could send the Rolling Thunder. You could send the Taeho ult.
I think that was just a bit of a timing. But Hyunmin just ends up getting barrel stuffed by Foxy9. There's Ash, little whiffy on the shots. Mako able to come away with 1. Damage not going to be suffered, and Mako finds another. Armageddon now going to be called through as Spike ready to get planted. Mako still strafing forward. Texture here to go ahead and intercept. Paint shell is at the ready, but misjudges the plant spot. Still swings out, however. Finds 1. Looks for another. Can't quite make it happen. Bane down to 33. Stays alive. It's Munchkin tagging up Freeing. Get a headshot right there through the door.
He's going to read the reposition. Tries to.
He's at least keeping 1 player locked out here for the moment. Foxy9 loses this battle. Now it's all on Munchkin. Both players dangerously low. Bit of a fake out here. Seems like Munchkin maybe not buying it. Eyes still trained on this connector, but Bane has the swing out timing. Gets on top of him before he go deeper. So Bane, for the moment, not necessarily noted there. It's going to be a Nightfall in exchange for a Rolling Thunder. I believe one player stunned up there by it. It's flash into the back, and Gunman comes strafing forward, just gate crashing out, and finds 2 kills. Caron not ready for him to be there at drop. Plant now going to be in play. Foxy9, however, delivering, able to find a shot. Now the Steel Guardian going to be invested, looking to take their weapons away as the pit gets invested here on the site. Munchkin strafing forward, Texture around the back, able to find one. Estrella now going to be taken down, and Mako, it all falls on his shoulders. See if he can turn the tides of this round.
I get the snake bite kill on the Foxy.
He is dangerously low, but able to avoid it here for the moment. Pit nearly dropping. Texture looking to apply some pressure. Hits the shot. And that's going to be Gen.G. Not allowing for DRX to regain the lead.
That's a brutal round to lose there for DRX. You've used 2 huge ultimates. The Vice, any other gun, and that's probably a kill. Fortunately, the Vice Wall there to keep Foxy protected.
The TV port. Foxy reads it beautifully.
Been doing pretty well in his individual moments. The side anchoring maybe a little bit shaky, but this round so far, looking good. Salvo's out. He just walks right through the gunfire.
And this time, Foxy catching a couple strafe, but Fring is just strafing forward into the site. Knife out, ends up falling. Munchkin, a bit more damage going to be found as paint shells get lobbed into the back of Estrella. Like to die. Texture this time, not going to be getting a 2-for-1 special. Gets sniped out of the sky as Hyunmin recovers the Phantom. Comes away with a 3rd kill.
Oh, the TP!
Drawing his attention to the side as the gate crash goes drifting past, but it's all a bit of a ruse. Caron now with everything to do. Caught a glimpse, I do believe, there of Mako. Swings the corner and cannot find the headshot. A thrifty from DRX. Showstopper ultimate. And we'll just go ahead and scout forward in towards that A site. Nothing really going to be spotted, but Munchkin's going to be isolated, stunned up. I mean, he is just concussed to all hell and dead. Foxy does manage to arrive fast enough to get the trade out. Punishes the killer.
He got paranoid, he got stunned. That was not a fun spot to be in for Munchkin.
He's not allowed to play the game.
No.
That's like being just grab cycled by ice climbers in Melee. Just over and over again.
Yeah, I remember that.
As, once again, not that much credence being paid over towards this drop position, and Hyunmin's able to come away with a free kill. Flash connecting there. There's the swing out. Ash going to be gunned down to Estrella. Able to stabilize the spray fast enough, and it seems like Foxy and Caron, I mean, they're in committed positions. Otherwise, I think they might like to go for a save. Foxy going to be able to fight back for one, but it's going to be a softened ban.
It's forbidden fruit.
Big wrap around the back here. Texture, one of the hero rifles, now going to be left on the floor, and Foxy loses the other. Just
They are very, very aware. Ash on his lonesome. Sheriff and a clone in his face. And a Rolling Thunder.
Stun up and just can't quite align that shot.
30 seconds left.
Good damage. Flash sent out. Smoke onto the spike here. Munchkin, jump peeking. Spotting Hyunmin, but this time Hyunmin able to go ahead and find it. Munchkin will make it a little bit more costly, but there's plenty of cash behind here with just 2 more rounds to be played out after this. Seems like Munchkin widely just content to stay back here behind the pillar. Go down to the spike.
Not much else that Munchkin can do there. Let's see if maybe now a pause is pulled by Gen. Screen comes up. Some sprays through. Hyunmin able to slip through the spray.
Actually running out of bullets here. As
great
salvos. Caron going to be forced to reposition. Ends up getting clipped there. The salvo does come away with the kill. Texture able to trade it out, so 1-for-1 at the end of it all as the dust settles. Spike now being brought forward towards this B site. Sees, looking for a timing there is Ash. Not quite able to find it. Plays in behind that. After shock is Spike going to be dropped on the floor. Ends up getting picked back up. The ult forcing them forward. A double stack here from Texture as they offset with the blast pack. Texture comes away with the 3rd. And Ash at 1 HP gets the headshot.
For Bane. Got out of there just in time.
Drone, I don't believe. Catching a glimpse of Texture. This is the showstopper going to be sent in blind. Finds one. Bane going to be taken down. A lot of damage on the Fring as he's just at 7 HP. Texture looking for a little bit more. Smoke will fall and Fring now at 7 health. The only player try to stop Gen.G from tying it up, but he's able to find the headshot onto one. Foxy, the Phantom, any amount of bullets connecting will do it. And there you go. Right through the corner of Rebel. We're tied up. Let's find out. As we go off to the races, some salvos out. As push onto the corner. Well, it's not going to be that one.
Yeah.
Texture on the floor.
Definitely
so
the ace.
Let's see if Karan can come away with the ace. He's looking for the first one, but never mind. It's going to be spoiled as Foxy finds the first kill there for the side of Gen.G. Karan and Ash are able to go ahead and send up over the top. 2 quick turns. Mako ready to backstab, and right now, Karan is not paying attention to this at all. Cycles out of smoke, and he is not tucked around the corner, so 2 taps to the head. Mako able to find that. Now brings it to a 2v2. The HP advantage here in their favor as Mako looks to clutch it out, and he shall. The 3K, both pistols going to DRX here on Lotus. Is able once again gain the lead.
And both of them come down to clutches, freeing on the first. Packs at the ready. Maybe looking for a timing when this one's going to dissipate.
Oh. Drops down behind the box as the entry starts coming through. On getting the reveal, and Texture able to just run him down. Bulldog now going to be recovered.
See what DRX can do.
It's 2 Spectres and a Stinger here for the side of DRX, so they still have the firepower advantage, but it's not as massive as you might expect as Foxy9 strafing forward, able to go ahead, just get on top of Estrella. And this round looks very well secured for the side of Gen.G. Fane able to come away with 2 more eliminations, but falls down to 45, and Texture will just blind spray through the smoke.
Assortment of weaponry, but DRX, at least at the very beginning of this round, has a pretty good read.
Paranoia sent. As Texture able to find 1 swing out. Hyunmin does go ahead, put down the enemy raise, but goes.
Just wants to see if he can do anything.
Might get timing here. Oh, there's the swing out. Woo. Quick scope. Finds 1. Mako not paying attention. And Foxy just swings the corner. Feeling very good.
Well, he's one of the players that I had on my mind today for sure, going up against his old team. Oh boy, Mako. Oh.
Timing there. Nearly finds it, but Foxy upper online.
Well, if he finds the timing here on Waterfall, that showstopper could be devastating. Nightfall.
Looking for the peaks and freeing, I think caught. Coming out of the iPad. Fox
is definitely answering the call.
29-3. It's been a whale of a time. I mean, back-to-back 3Ks, very much bolstering those numbers. Gunman get his first contact, and the shots are just off. Puts Foxy down to 70, but that's about it. Showstopper now. Just go ahead and lead the way forward into the site. Debating where he wants to try to send it to. Freeing, going to be taking a bit of damage. Showstopper will not clear him out. Paint Shell certainly might. Never mind, it's just going to be Karan who's able to do it, and Texture will scale forward. It's right in on top of Estrella. Pretty similar scenes here. I mean, Mako noted trying to fight his way out to hold on to the weapon, but he cannot. Now it's just down. He's got 5,800 before the win bonus comes through. Bane is still holding the angle. Texture looking for the swing, and he finds the shot!
Hard to do it much better than that. Flash out, some util sent, a seize to control the orb. And Bane actually takes down Karan with TP forward. This time Mako over at C site. Texture trying to sell a little bit over towards A, and he's got a lot of attention.
Up and over the top, Bane gonna be struck down. Texture looking for second, finds it. Hyunmin eliminated. The swing out, Estrella caught there, bit of damage, suffered, but is able to go ahead alongside Ash. Salvo sent, Ash forced off, but the jump is there. Double takes it, but yeah, this time does have
for Gen.G. And this time it's just Texture, all on his lonesome over at A Rubble. Just by so much, commands so much attention.
Estrella will be good for the kill. So holds onto the weapon in a window of punish. It's taking quite a bit of damage. Falls down to 52. Continuing to poke and prod forward, trying to challenge out of Baby Door. As Hyunmin will be able to find 1. Karan going to be taken down. Texture playing up close, looking for the timing. Hits the fake out, turns back over towards site. Estrella now. Dead on the floor. 10 bullets remaining. Boombot going to be sent in.
So fast.
Let's quickly get cleared out. Still Bane here in position with that Stinger in hand. Finds a headshot. Munchkin going to be struck down. Quickly TPs away. Repositions in towards back site. Gunman now looking to escort them forward here with the ult play. Bane with a 3K swap.
So a big weapon available for DRX to maybe turn this map around.
Up now. As Bane,
Bane
again, getting a punish onto Karan there at back Rubble now, just TPs taking over that position. Gen.G very much shut out from the A side of the map. Swing coming through. Hyunmin splitting the difference. A rare whiff from him with the off. As Foxy opens up the C site to catch somebody unawares. It's a spot out, but nothing much going to be found there as this spike still not yet planted. Just constant delay tactics. Rocket going to be shorted as the kill target's already dead. Freeing Snipes Texture out of the air. Foxy9 similarly going to be taken down. More time delay. The salvos, another volley going to be sent in. Munchkin just about able to stabilize that spray.
30 seconds left.
Helps get his teammate now into a 1v1. As Hyunmin will fall, trying to challenge on the angle, but Ash.
Map point on the cards. Viper's Pit available as well. And well, speaking of Viper's Pit, Mako's just pop his Hyunmin, just domes Munchkin.
He's been getting some Aftershock to try to delay, Pain Shell to clear out that connector side. No one there to receive the damage, Baby Door. Textured swoops in. Straya falls to the wayside. Now 4v4. Mako still lingering in the pit. Needing to work his way over, join in with the rest of the team. Paranoia connecting here on the two, forces them back in towards the site, but the door is being held. As one by one, they will quickly fall. 13.
Can have Munchkin on the Viper and Ash on the Fade, but they're going to try something a little bit different. Let's see how it goes, and Hyunmin's already got the first kill.
Ash on the floor, as Hyunmin, a very solid opening kill. Starting to re-warm up a little bit. Saw him in that first half prior to the tech pause, really with some cracking shots. Fell off a little bit coming back from that break. And the latter half of that Lotus is looking clean, but damn, what a shot.
Foxy trying to find some space to lurk.
Headshot unable to be found. This is going to apply some pressure here to the B site. Keep some interest here from DRX. Quick little backpedal and Texture. Swinging out, gets the insta headshot there to one tap. Freeing, however, still up above on the Raptors. It doesn't come away with the kill. It does get some very solid damage through. But now we go into a 3v3 with two players, both duelists remaining tagged up. First one to fall. There's Estrella able to find Texture there at screens. The Heaven fight going the way of Bane. There's Karan now needing to clutch it out. Kind of been nearly swinging into the angle, in the line of sight now, going to be spotted. Finds that first one, tucks back over towards the ramp, gets a spot up onto both. Challenges in for the fight, nearly gets a stray up, but it's going to be two players surviving as DRX continue to be perfect on the pistols, now 3-0 in that regard.
Wow, this looked like another round where Gen.G was going to be able to overcome those odd... Certainly a different look than I would think DRX was expecting. You know, Gen.G is a team that kind of... Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Quick kill. Foxy going to be taken out. Bane. Quick little reposition there. And slides away, finds some damage onto Ash. Main objective, Wiley going to be just getting this orb over into Texture's hands. As Paranoia a little bit too late. Hyunmin arriving there on the Raptors is able to find a Munchkin.
Dead.
He's got to get a go on it at some point here.
Oh, he's got plenty of time.
He's got time. But
got two TPs.
He does need to die, so it looks like it's going to be okay this way. As he, for a second, made me think that he was going to get even more damage.
It's 1v1s, so it's a good opportunity in that regard. But you have to be so crucial with the timings on your walls and on your poison clouds.
Munchkin's able to find one, strafes forward. Texture able to get in, out in front of that vault line. Flash in hand there from Estrella. Texture snappy with the readjust, finds the headshot. Time dwindling, but spike brought forward. In the end, 6 seconds still to spare as Gen.G look for a flawless anti-bonus.
That's just very difficult. Don't have too much util. Paranoia for Bane.
I have to just, okay, I was going to say sprinting into that elbow position, given they have a stinger behind, but Hyunmin will be able to find one. Looks for a little bit more. There's a stack up, and Ash will collect them both at 3.
Well, we've seen him on his own a lot, trying to sell some fakes, but a quick execute with the showstopper.
Has it at the ready. If he sends it towards screens, that'd be Mako. Does it, sends it up towards heaven, and Mako finds the time. He pushes the smoke. He's able to go ahead and collect that kill. And that's DRX very swiftly shutting the door here in Gen.G's face on that A site. Now they need to fight their way through heaven. Strat tagged so very much. All the way down to 7 health. Swing out though, Karan not ready. And now Spike is on the floor. They're going to have to double back to try to get this one. And now Gen.G have no control whatsoever. Dimensional Drift is in play from Hyunmin. He's just pinging it all out. Spike does get scooped up. Looks like it's going to be a long wrap around all the way through the sewer, back across into mid, where they do have Foxy now 9 trying to get an entry into that B site. Ash able to find one there at Heaven, takes out Maka before falling to Estrella's hands.
Good Bane, though.
He's in the garage, and they might not read that at all.
Is Foxy not going to clear it?
He's starting to turn back in, but Bane is wise to this. Finds the headshot now. Munchkin is having to go for the plan, a 1v4. As Salvo's flying his way, a paranoia crashing across players about to arrive in Heaven. Munchkin, sights turned back over. It's a shot onto one. The swing out, identifying their location, but just cannot line up the shots to isolate. Only 2 casualties. DRX going to be maintaining the lead. Paint shells end up going through, just trying to spot out what they can. Ash now down here on the site, tucks back around the corner. As Hyunmin is jumping back over towards Ali. Looks for the transfer there, ends up catching the clone. Find the follow-up, and Estrella is able to find one. Karan down below behind the box. Picks it up, but freeing. Able to capitalize before he can TP away.
Jeez.
Foxy will get himself on the board, picking up his first kill there as freeing does fall. So we now go into a 3v2.
Spike planted.
Texture tucking back in towards Mail. Mako. Does he still suspect it? Looks like he absolutely does. And Texture may be about to walk into a trap, but no! The timing off just for both of them, but Foxy is there, watching the drop. Mako will hit the floor, and Hyunmin, good for one more kill, good to make it a little...
Reactively off of contact. Something a good Sentinel or controller will always be able to do. Foxy 9 showing his worth. Oh my.
Well, Texture has just hand-delivered them a gun. So no, you don't have to sign for this.
On TV.
He's gone around into the back, so look at that second kill, but can't quite make it happen. Foxy 9 will be able to push the ramp, finds the punish. Australia going to be taken down, tucking to the corner though from freeing. And the Stinger still going to be put to good use. Swaps over the classic, spamming through. Ash hits the floor. As Munchkin now spotted alone, wondering what in the hell has happened in this round. It's just absolute lunacy, and it's another thrifty here from the side of DRX.
Can win these battles, especially here at A main. Other than the round that Munchkin got that opener quite a bit ago. Okay.
Oh, all right.
That.
Turn on the flash, Estrella. Drifting back across, looking for these wall bang attempts, and she's going to be the one who finds it through the box. A-site not quite opened up yet, though. Mako still nearby. And all the forces of Gen.G are getting gathered up here in position as Bane TP's over to screens. Still weakened. Mako tucks back just behind this cut of the wall. Do they pay attention to this? No, they do not. He now strikes. Hyunmin and Heaven able to find one. Mako going to be put down as Munchkin comes up with a second, but Hyunmin quick turn back over towards the vent.
Whoever it was. And all of a sudden that just caused a bunch of chaos and confusion. Spam here. Try to see if they can get Mako. Nope, he's going to get Texture instead.
The pit. Jiggle peek, I think, is a little bit late. Doesn't spot out. Follow-up may have. His off shot going to go wide, but the rifling on point for Bane and Estrella. Karan only...
Foxy. Mako has a pretty good idea
30 seconds left.
where he's at. Foxy, a lot of time still left on this clock to try to save this gun.
Nope.
Oh, that's...
Wins the range fight. Nice headshot.
For the stage.
Oh, dimensional drift forward. Ash gathering info here. Constance coming their way, rides the rope up the top, spots out the 3 players here situated on the A site, looks for the exit on the rafters, and Mako is wise to it and prepared. And this round, this timeout call is not meaning a damn thing. DR
Opened up some space. You've got mail control.
Foxy breaking open that A site again. Trying to draw some attention there, Prowler. Keeping interest at B, however, is Hyunmin. Yep, shorty at that range, not going to get you too much good done. Freeing is able to go ahead and peel that pressure from the flank. Texture up top here on the rafters, frantically trying to reestablish the aim. Eventually is able to find it.
It's to push through towards mail. Ooh, this backstab from...
I mean, you got to just go for it here. You've got so much money. Freeing, especially, now has an ult online. Will get traded out. For the Prowler, it's going to be Karan jumping across. It's situated inside of it. There's a fake out. There's Texture entering, catching. Where did this showstopper go?
What? What?
Did it just evaporate? I'm not sure. Gonna have to see that back. He's able to plant his feet and find the rifle shot. What did I say about this round? Things are already getting weird. Freeing gonna be caught there on a time and trying to go for the iPad. Foxy 9.
Sure, in kickoff. Here in stage 1, back to normal.
Oh, all Texture just getting his legs swept out from beneath him. It's a little jump there and a readjust from Mako. Collects
Right here.
That's true, he is, but not able to spot him out. Still potential to go for this backstab as the flash gets sent out. Gunman trying to flush out the enemy Piper. He cannot. It's Strand now falling. And suddenly they're right back into this round. Nightfall going to be sent. Ends up connecting onto one. Doesn't quite clip onto Bane there at screens. Mako swinging out. Karon dead. Flash in. And that is just going to be them getting taken down as Freeing dies to his own salvo.
Who's been stellar in this round so far.
And it only comes to a 1v1 because Freeing governored himself. Gun barrel spotted. Mako faster on the trigger. A 4K from the IGL, and Captain gets DRX, an 8-4 lead at the half.
To be fair, Governor, you can tell me later.
I'll save it for a safe space.
Yeah,
But Mako gonna be under some pressure, but he is shrugging it off. Both duel
there. Finally, Karon's making his way over.
Oh, looking for the timing as that gate crash chasing forward. Paranoia goes across. Munchkin just able to tuck back away, but seems like, didn't have the audio, didn't have the knowledge. So Hyunmin still able to go ahead and come away with the kill. Mako about to kill another player from the same position. He's just undefeatable at the top of that rope.
Yeah. Man's doing his best WrestleMania impression from the top ropes.
Well, flawless, both in the round.
Doing it pretty nicely, just off of that little bit of information of the Prowler. They're going to try a different direction, and they're right.
So starting to rotate around. Gate crash going to be taken. It's Texture trying to get in on top. Hyunmin able to just go ahead, shrug it off. Ooh, the turn back over for Karon. Snappy. And finds one. Just going to be the singular casualty so far, but the Vandal is picked up. And as previously mentioned, even if DRX loses out on one more player, they're not going to be suffering as far as the economy is concerned, given the double ghost was brought forward here into the round. Mako, speaking of which, has the ghost in hand and will go ahead and knock out Munchkin. So,
a little uncomfortable for them. Doesn't seem like they've got some of those typical good ideas on how to find openings for lurks and, set up some good combo plays.
Ooh, Ash is out into the open and is not finding the kill that he very much needed. Mako will be taken down, so one of the raid bosses eliminated here. As a Garage going to be controlled. Foxy 9 for the moment. Gonna have to try to stave things off at mid now. Picked apart. As Foxy looking for a little bit more. Estrella tucks back around the corner. Snakebite now going to be sent. That stops him from getting into the site, so the spike is not able to be brought forward here for a plant. Bane now just going to have it passed over as Foxy 9.
It's a great
position to try to strike here. Hyunmin, if he continued to swing the angle, would be able to find that kill, and instead, he's just going to be able to spray across to find both. Hyunmin, however, still fighting back. There's now a 1v1.
I got the spike.
Spike picked up. Gate crash at the ready, wants to go on a little bit more of a reconnaissance mission here to start, but then opts to just go ahead, exit the ult.
Is he going to be ready for Texture to be that close, though?
Gun barrel spotted. He is not. Didn't know that he was going to be into the site already. Texture able to bail him out. He's trying to find the spike. I think he ran right past. Maybe he thought that there was another gun, but I'm like...
He's looking for that rocket.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, where did it go? Just going to be a double face. And it's going to be Gen.G suffering the damage here. Munchkin knocked down to 33. Texture trying to hold things here at bet. The wide swing, though, from Estrella. Completely offsets. Cuts him down to size. Now the spike being brought across through the vent. Ash situated here on the A site by himself for the moment. Pop flashes out. Sending out another one, just trying to slow things up. Gate crash around the back of elbow, but Ash just found a timing. Swings out from screen side. Finds himself a third kill, and now it's Freeing by himself. And he cannot find it. Was looking a bit brutal.
Yes.
Yes. It's 3 Thrifties, maybe 4 in this series.
A lot.
No, they had 2 on the first map. Ash, a little bit of crossfire, able to go ahead, play protect. Exits back out as well as Hyunmin going to be taken down there in mail. Mako still trying to scale forward. It will be cut down to size. Foxy continuing to note the angle. Now it's the 3 remaining players from DRX slowly creeping their way forward here at Garage. Straight Falcon going to be good for 1. Good for a second there is Estrella.
Eats a peek.
Oh, tucks back. Footsteps, however, heard. And we'll start slowly creeping forward. Can he interrupt the plant? The answer is yes. Has the headshot. Chasing forward, Flash pushes him off the angle. Salvos to try to push him out into the open. Texture. There's the blast back to try to reposition. Hyunmin TPing forward. Munchkin going to be blinded up. Texture finding one, able to go ahead and swings back around the opposite side of the pillar. Bane is there scaling forward aggressively. Gets on top of the op before he can redraw. Foxy, however, still holding things down. Finds Mako. There's the dimensional drift from Ash. Scouting out the double stack here at the elbow. Paranoia going to be sent through. Exits out. Ash swinging around back at the screen. Unable to find that kill. As it's now just Charon. Aforementioned, tagged up a bit and spammed through the smoke. DRX.
Maybe some Tejo util.
Perhaps. Nightfall, that's going to be quite telling, and Charon going to be caught on a timing. Mako continuing to just utilize the opponent's ultimates against them. Swings as it goes out, gets rewarded with a kill. And now they shrug that off. TP into back sight. Munchkin looking for it. Does manage to find the shot there on a Bane. Foxy coming away with 2, so even with his low HP, was still able to find an immense amount of value. Now we go into a 2v2. Showstopper for the attempted retake. As Texture just looking to send it. Point blank. This one landing right at Freeing's feet. It's Hyunmin.
Position reveal.
Gives it away. Does have a dimensional drift. He wants to try to exit. Sends to the flash, but doesn't find the kill that he so critically needed. The paint shell will obliterate him. This time everything from Texture lands exactly where it needs to. Gen.G will keep the op, and they will keep themselves afloat here, denying map point from DRX.
That's
Double player spot here on the B side. Paranoia going to be sent Foxy, clipped by that. Answering Paranoia from Charon, holds him at bay. He's going to scale forward, get right in, up towards this Garage. Quickly deals with 2. There's Mako now, last one standing in the blink of an eye. Snakebite not going to be able to find anything. Weapon not upgraded. Just the Stinger with 11 bullets remaining. Swings in, finds it. Now we go into a 1v1. Poison Orb at the ready, but a paint shell still behind here from Texture. Here's the tap, drops down, swaps the weapon. Spike planted, and somehow just hits a random shot through the Poison Orb. Mako getting a taste of his own medicine. Unable to get in position to try to go for the clutch. Gen.G.
Nerf it, please.
Make it more expensive, whatever you gotta do.
Please.
Caution.
Like, yeah, I know it might make G2 irrelevant, but, you know, just nerf it. Ooh. Texture with a nice shot finds Mako. They know I'm kidding.
I think he might have tagged Estrella with that shot.
Yes, he did. This would seem to be the case.
Oh.
Good amount of damage in. Paint shell once again going to be lobbed forward, but Bane does find tech.
He will get the dimensional drift.
Here.
It's a matter of finding the opportunity for it. They're going to be quick on this retake.
Go ahead. Stand.
Flash towards back aside. Armageddon.
It is.
Sent towards screens, but yeah, Ash arriving, finding 2. Karen finding another, but Hyunmin fighting back. But now is all alone. 45 health. The shots have to be on point, and he is not prepared for the first. Foxy will take him down, and Gen.G continue working their way back. Round after round. Now just one more to go to tie things up.
Choice.
He just waits and he whips.
Oh.
Paint shell to cover his evacuation. Shifts over now towards the Raptors. Catches a glimpse but cannot find the shot. Freeing, strafing forward. Munchkin. Tension tied up towards the Raptors. Now Hyunmin able to find Texture. DRX suddenly. They go for a quick hit once again. And
Spot him out with the ult. Estrella ready.
line set, and Hyunmin able to get the catch. Charon just cannot get out fast enough, and Foxy 9 noted dead there on the Raptors. Texture arriving, able to find one. Puts down the Yoru as Ash goes forward. Dimensional drift of his own. Just go ahead and try to scout things out. Identifies where the op is at. The paint shell ends up bouncing off the corner. Texture absolutely beeps it. Doesn't get the interrupt on the plant. Doesn't get the damage in that he was looking for, and now he is just going to be shut down. Munchkin, a 1v4. Catching a glimpse on a 2. Drops down off the top, gets the haunt reveal. Still, however, a flank coming in from behind. As DRX could just go ahead and leave it to the IGL and Captain, but It will just be a wide swing out.
First bloods have not been kind to Gen.G. Texture -5 in that department, and they're trying to get him set up early, using that Teo util to push forward. Bane thought about
the reveal
there it
coming
is.
out. Very nicely pinged and freeing.
Sure, yeah. Pretty surprising. I mean, after that loss to Boom, Gen.G felt like they needed to make changes on this map. That's a cool trip. Gets the catch.
And that's going to be Gunman. Dead to rights. Texture able to find that. Catches a glimpse onto another one. Able to go ahead and finish the job.
Expecting the jet dash around the corner, potentially.
Everyone about to be funneled into Calron, who does have that judge. As Texture snappy with that headshot. Finds the second. Quickly exits, moves back over here towards the A site, and Calron, yeah, he's just going to be looking for a little bit more. Runs out of bullets, but it's fine. Shells, I should say. Munchkin will be there to.
He'll have plenty of time to get back over there. Texture going to maybe challenge this angle. 2 for 0 on first blood so far.
For a little bit more, but crosshair offset. Mako able to just dance around those bullets, doesn't take any damage. Keeps himself safe here for the moment. Munchkin looking to play the closer fight, just drifts across. Damn near finds himself a second. It will be Ash that goes ahead, scoops up one, gets the follow-up on Mako. And now they're just strafing into the site. Ping reveal from the camera.
He is. He's a puppy.
Sometimes, you know, like, he's got to figure out how to walk right. Sometimes he trips over himself, but he stands right back up, and he's always joyous. As up and over the top, Hyunmin, shot out of the sky. Foxy, quick reposition as Texture able to find one before getting taken down. It's going to be the one little trade out, and it's going to be Foxy with a 3K to get Gen.G.
The operator, but he's already
wider angle. He's going to just go strafing forward, and he's going to get the catch. No counter swing. Fast enough there from top.
That was so close. A couple different players had a look at him. There's that info.
Hang on to one, Mako able to stay alive. Still held at bay though, and Hyunmin, because of that, he's left on an island. He's just alone here in the site, then gets taken down. Mako keeping forward over towards the door, able to find one. Ash eliminated. But it's just Mako and Bane. The shock dart is going to be good for it. Munchkin just knocks him out of the park, and Texture on the re-peek. Finds the op shot this time.
They're going to try tree this time. That short-range weaponry. I feel like this might be your better opportunity. Great util.
It's going to be exchanged there. Hyunmin on the entry, dash to the cross, able to spat out two, but Calron draws down, finds one. Estrella strafing forward into the side as player after player is noted and dealt with. Gen.G are absolute.
But again,
He's
it's
still screaming.
Yeah. Some say.
What is this? What are you doing, Munchkin? Okay, it's an attempt at a crunch. Texture does arrive over at tiles to find one. Munchkin is just donk walking into main as the push of Foxy 9 is able to find one. Tuck back into the screen, looks for a little bit more. Mako able to go ahead and stabilize and bring an end to the madness here, at least a pause in it, as Estrella going to be res back into the action. And at the end of it all, it's going to be a 2v4. Things got weird.
Yep.
Just spotting one, cannot find Hyunmin, and that should be DRX getting their first round. Worst case, give Hyunmin knives. As leg spotted, freeing on the flank, able to go ahead and keep him. Well, they're going to be looking to not have that be a regular occurrence as the paranoia is out onto Estrella. And Mako just mows down two. Once again, just shrugging off the pressure. It's pushed into the smoke. Mako good for another one. Calron cannot hold the door.
But Texture's right there. Should be pretty aware. They're really trying to make this uncomfortable for Bane.
All right.
It works.
It does. Spike for now going to be left behind as going to be cleared out. Hyunmin starting to work his way forward towards Pizza, but got three players pretty much on this angle. One playing anti and Texture. Spot out the elbow. He's able to find. And on a swivel, just can go in for that
30
peek.
seconds left.
Flash out, Salvos. Let's go ahead and offset. Munchkin going to be taken down. Sight opened up a bit. Still have to try to work their way through Texture, and there's the TP across as Calron does join in. 15 seconds remaining. Mako able to find one as Foxy 9 will be taken down. The paranoia, however, going across to try to save them off. Texture finds the shot. Mako hits the floor, and Calron finds the other.
The ult from freeing actually forces Foxy out as well from the alley on the back. And he has to come through. He gets killed, and all of a sudden you think there might be a chance, but with two players in Boathouse, not happening. Bye.
Peek out. Texture gets his. Paranoia onto one, stun going out. As Ping does get the reveal, so they know that the op is here at Heaven, but Mako dead. They're still strafing forward as Charon holds down the flank. Spray through the smoke, flawless fashion, Gen.G.
Yeah, I like this from DRX. You know, you forced him off that angle.
Drone doesn't check for him. He swings out, he still hits that shot. They're so damn fast.
On. Gen.G could get cut off in rotations. Comes down to Ash here.
Finds the first, can't steady for the second. Bane finding a bit of a weakness there, breaks through. There's a neural theft revealing. Foxy strafing dead. Hyunmin, the perfect position to go ahead, get that interception. Karen, however, still here at Hell, able to find Mako. Strikes him down as Bane is trying to bring the spikes forward to bear into the A side. Munchkin still a world away, taking his time, not necessarily convinced it would seem, but maybe his involvement isn't needed. And now he is, as Hyunmin does manage to find the 3K.
Is he just gonna try to clear everything dry?
Trying to just quiet drop down the box. Hyunmin, eyes on the angle, leg spotted, swings out, restudies the aim, and does manage. And Texture once again out here in mid. Stealth drone, go ahead and lead the way. Will snipe it, now sets up for the gate crash, and the pressure, however, comes in before he can really react. Didn't have anything pre-set up, so Texture just gets out on an island by himself and pick the pieces now. Two-player advantage. DRX are looking for that 8 and 4. The push in. Hyunmin instantaneous with the knives. But so too is Charon. Trying to hold down this site, but now he's going to be flashed up, blinded by the paranoia. Ends up getting taken down. Munchkin noted here by the cam. As it's looking to be a damn near flawless round here for DRX. Get themselves into a solid spot. Drone never checked this position. Bane is there. 8 and 4 at the half.
Oh boy. Whoop.
As okay, things are starting to get a little bit scrappy. Texture down low, the jump onto the corner, and that's going to be Foxy9 coming away with two. Estrella freeing, both going to fall. Munchkin, the casualty on the side of Gen.G thus far. Mako looking for a little bit more, can't quite make it happen, but he had been Bane coming alive. And that's going to be them holding down the site.
Could be a bit of a meat grinder for Gen.G. The salvos are out to delay this even. They tip their hand, and Bane's already got one.
Yeah, Texture trying to TP forward, but Bane able to find it. Hyunmin swooping in, looking for a target. They've already been widely taken away from him. Charon tipping forward over towards Switch, is able to find a second kill. Team and Munchkin, though, with classics and now very little HP to speak of. Munchkin gets pinged. Bane just trying to keep them in this one. Finds himself a third. We'll get the fourth as Charon falls. DRX now 2 reps.
That time freeing, just bouncing his up and down to try to distract.
And timing on the push. Hyunmin using the drone against him to fantastic, get settled down in pizza and try to go for a save. Still a lot of time to work through. As Hyunmin not jiggling the corner anymore. Now swings out, gets the headshot tap. Texture falls. As Bane looks for a little bit more. Mako draws the attention over towards flash after flash. Estrella eating a little bit more damage, but Wildling is able to backpedal out towards safety. Clears the stealth drone. It's freeing now. Moving forward. Texture eliminated, and Estrella 2 quick taps. There on the back end, comes away with 3. As Hyunmin will find Charon, so a little bit of damage dealt, but exchanged here, freeing, just spraying across, trying to find anything that he can, but it's going to be a tiny amount of damage dealt here. As Bane turning from flash, instantaneous with a headshot. Charon does flush him out, but now falls as Mako comes away with one of his own. Freeing pushing forward here through the door. The spike still not yet planted. Foxy9 on a backstab angle. Slowly creeping forward. The stealth drone, however, spoiling the plot, comes away with it. Shots out, so this position going to be noted as Mako considering a swing into A main. Saw Munchkin. Charon there as well, and Charon hits a hell of a shot. Salvo's immediately going to be sending here. Pop flash coming through, and the flash connecting on the Charon, so he ends up giving up the plot, letting him know that he's tucked away in towards wide, but Estrella now going to be taken down as Foxy9 swoops in from tree. Gets the shots connecting, Texture, TP's into hell, Bring's been felled, and suddenly, Gen.G only for a flawless Thrifty. Weapon scooped up, the ping reveal on the 2, Bane and Hyunmin completely and utterly noted. It has to be a 2v5. Smoke is cycled here, and keeping Heaven covered. A random turnaround here from the side of Gen.G. Texture picking up a second here. Tries to drop down. Bane will be able to find the punish. Maybe look for a couple more kills, but already has his ult. Drops down. Trying to check in around hell. Nothing going to be noted. Ash, teasing a little timing, will go ahead and finish him off. 9-9. Tied up 1. There's 0 point. Able to go ahead and connect onto, I believe, 2. Not sure if Karen had also gotten snatched up by that one. And Texture, he's just going to swing this angle. Youngman has the shot. Might have seen Ash on the jiggle.
30 seconds
Opts to back away. Sights now turned towards A here from Gen.G. Down a player. It's freeing. To try to slow things up, sends out the concuss, eats a bit of damage. Salvo's going to be sent, and Foxy9 strafing across them. Eats a headshot.
Time.
It's just not on their side. 14 seconds. Gen.G need to be explosive here, but it's going to be Ash taken out, and there you go. Round is done, dusted. DRX. This is the economy, just they didn't have enough to try to afford this. Kauron does TP down in towards Boats, and he goes for a bit of a wide swing. Just trying to challenge here and fight back against Bane, but Bane gets the better of him. Now sends out the neural depth. And they have peeled back the curtain on this attack. Straightforward, Texture dead. Spike on the floor is freeing, looks for more. A third one gonna be found as Gen.G
He's able to try to get to the back of a site and break some angles really other than one round.
Yeah, it's that hell TP as Ash is dead. That's a spike now noted outside of it. And it does. Double trip set up.
Yeah.
4v5 thrifty attempt to try to stop DRX from getting themselves up to map point, and there's no eyes set over towards that market position. Gunman looking to reposition, closes the gap. Texture dead. Kauron only able to find the one as Up is on a deeper and deeper line here.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be ready.
Dimensional Drift going to be sent TP forward. The drone here on the corner looks for the check, and Foxy9, he's got the angle held. Armageddon going to be sent. Oddly does go through before the scouting here. Dimensional Drift will expire as Texture makes his way into boats, and for the moment, everybody else is still gummed up on main. Camera's still situated here inside of B, and Fring, he's already hot on their heels. Gen.G, they are far from being comfortable here, as there's a blind, and there's Fring striking from behind.
30 seconds left.
The Armageddon now stacked up. Texture able to find one, finds his second. Estrella on the floor. Now a 2v2 as the spike gets ready to be planted, and Bane finds a headshot. Ash dead. Munchkin, the last one standing, as Mako swoops forward and strikes him down. 13-9 at DRX will take down